how do we leave particular assets to particular people? Is that done in the form of a will, or is it an attached letter to the will?
Well, no, we're not normally big fans of letters. The letters have a way of disappearing, and new letters suddenly appear with different provisions in them, which we obviously don't like. Well, the specific gifts should be inside the will, and even if they're a bit lengthy, well, that's just too bad. If they're not inside the will, then they're going to be subject to some issues. If they're in the will, there's no doubt. I had an old dear come to me some years back, and she had this enormous list. She got literally been right through the house, and every item in the house, every duck on the wall, and every painting, and every spoon had someone that she was giving it to. And I said to her, she was having trouble with well, it's the souvenir spoon I got from Auckland in 1958, and I'm going, well, how many of those have you got? Well, there's the 58 one and the 50. I said, this is going to be difficult, because not so much from the point of view of getting the gift inside the will, that's the easy bit, but identifying precisely what the gift was. So I said to her, go away and photograph them. So she did. She went away and she took a photo of every item, and she marked it up with a description, and gave it a number. And then when we came to the will, inside the will we referred to the number in a table and the description, and we attached all of the photos. So her will is in a folder that's like this thick, but it works, it's beautiful. So when she passes, everybody's going to know precisely what her household items are, where they're going to go. But if you want to give something specific to family members, and a lot of people like to give either there can be family heirlooms, something that's been passed on to you and that you want to give to the kids. Ladies like to give their jewellery to daughters because they honour it a bit more than sons, the rotten buggers. There are sometimes there's a specifically different item. The other day we drafted one where the husband wanted his Moto Guzzi motorcycle to go to one of the boys who's a motorcycle fanatic, and so on. All of that is quite appropriate. A lot of people go, oh no, it's all too hard, just give it to the kids and they can make the decision themselves, which is fine, and your executor's common sense comes through at that point. If you're going to put a clause in the will that says, well, I'll leave everything, and the kids want anything in particular, they can have it. Executive's got to exercise a certain amount of common sense there. Executive's got to sit the kids down and say, righto now, we've got all this stuff here. Is there something you in particular you want? And be aware of the fact that if there's going to be any argument over any of this, then I'm not going to give it to anybody. I'm going to sell it. So I want everybody's got to be a bit of give and take in this, so that and a lot of people are prepared to have their kids. Most people think that their kids are going to act reasonably and will do the right thing. And so sometimes, I'm quite happy to write them up in that sort of general way.
But do you write that list only for people within your family, or if you wanted to give just one particular memento to a neighbour that you went on a trip to together?
Very wise to put in.
Do the same thing, nominate that neighbour?
Yeah, I put it in the will.
Right, that is possible.